Hello, you guys. I hope you are enjoying your Wednesday, this rainy Wednesday, which I love. I am continuing this month, Self Love Month, and I am going to start off this week with the men. I don't know if you guys out there are Golden Girl fans. The older I get, the more I just love the Golden Girls. My favorite is Dorothy, though my friends say I act more like Blanche, but that's a whole other story. But there's an episode when Blanche says, quote, "I like a fairy tale with a nice prince in it, a handsome prince with a big old codpiece, dark eyes, powerful thighs, and muscles ripping beneath his tunic," end quote. And then Dorothy, she responds, "Blanche, you can get aroused by Humpty Dumpty." I was like, what's a codpiece? This was a while ago. I was like, what's a codpiece? And a codpiece was what Cameo wore in that video, Word Up. And then we seen Michael Jackson had one after he was influenced by Madonna somehow. And then other people would have codpieces. I was like, oh, that's a codpiece, okay? In historical times, it was suggested that men would put these cod pieces in their uniforms to fill it out, fill the gaps, and preserve their modesty, is what it says, according to the Art of Manlines. Cod was also a slang name for scrotum, and the cod piece would later become a fashion statement. So centuries ago, these guys were feeling kind of iffy about what was going on down there, especially when you are seeing somebody of your same sex. That's when you feel inadequate or well endowed, right? When you see somebody of your same sex. So I can kind of understand a little bit, I guess, if a man is of a smaller size and he sees a man of a bigger size, he's going to be like, wow, well, why don't I have that? So that's when he, I guess, feels self-conscious about his penis size. And centuries later, they still feel that way. Now, according to science.org, the average penis size is 5.1 to 5.5 inches. And the largest erect penis is 13 inches. Now, you know how I always go to Texas to get to Atlanta. So, you guys remember that porn star, John Holmes? It's easy to Google his videos. I just did it. And John Holmes had reportedly a 16-incher. That's right, a 16-incher. And why did I say it? I don't know why I threw this in here, but I'm going to do it. So basically, that was erect. He had 16 inches. And if you remember the movie Wonderland, oh, I love that movie. Oh my God. With the guy, I forget his name. Oh God. The guy that's in so many movies that I love. I forget his name. I'm going to put his picture up here, but I forgot his name. But anyway, he played John Holmes so good. I just love that movie. And Phoebe from Friends was in that movie too. So I just threw that in there once again. Now, as quick as women are to get their breasts and butts and vaginas fattened, if you looked at my other video, men are getting these penis implants from $13,000 to $35,000. Men can get a 3-piece inflatable penile implant. Now, a penile implant and a penis enlargement is two different things. Now, a penile implant could help men that have ED, erectile dysfunction, and they can't get it up for whatever reason. Yeah, they go get the blue diamond, that Viagra. They go and get that, but maybe that doesn't work. So they will get the penile implant, and it shows how they put this little tube in it to help it get erect and stay erect when he is aroused. And that's starting off at $13,000. And then there is a recovery period. You do have to take some, pain pills, and you have to chill for a while before you continue. And of course, the penis enlargement is self-explanatory. It enlarges the penis, and that starts at $1,000 to $25,000. But it's still a pretty penny if you don't have, that much money. And just like women, they go and they get those basement butt implants and I did the video where they had, a transgendered woman putting Fix-A-Flat and crazy glue into women's behinds and their lips and their breasts. And they were doing this and giving this person money willingly. Matter of fact, I will put that video in my description box along with another one of two of the men that I'm about to talk about who did receive penis enlargements. And unfortunately, they lost their lives because, yes, basement surgeries can cause deformities and death. We know if you go into a certified establishment, if you go into a clinic, a hospital, wherever they do these procedures, it's a chance it could cause death there. But you are really taking a chance going into somebody's house, or they rent a hotel room and they do this stuff. But people are dying, literally dying, to change things about them, self-conscious about themselves. Billionaire diamond tycoon Ehud Eri Leonardo. He's 66 years old, and I'm pretty sure he was having women and everybody fall to his feet. He was a billionaire, a diamond tycoon, but obviously he maybe was feeling a little self-conscious about what was going on down below, and he goes for this surgery, and he ends up passing away. YouTuber Leo Rex, 34 years old. His real name is Leith Abdullah Algaz. I guess I pronounced that right. He also has a YouTube channel that is still on here now, Leo and the Longevity, where he talks a lot about the penis. And unfortunately, he died in a Thai hotel room where it was ransacked and drugs was all around it. I mean, I was trying to stick with the topic, so I really didn't want to say too much about this, but hey, everyone else is talking about it. So Leo and Longevity, and he was a YouTuber that ended up passing away after one of these surgeries. And a 22-year-old security guard with two young children, Justin Street. He went and got a procedure. He's in one of the videos with, I believe, another trans person did this procedure too. And he died of a silicone embolism right into his bloodstream. They said it was almost like instant death. And he's only 22 years old, and he ended up passing away behind one of these surgeries. 1 million men are candidates for the penis enlargements and the penile implants yearly. However, 20,000 of them are performed yearly. So there are men that are getting these penis implants and penile surgeries, and they're doing this yearly, and they're paying for it. I didn't look to see if you have to go every 2 or 3 years or 6 months, I don't know, to get this done. I didn't even look into it, but I'm just letting you know that, it's going on with the men too. It's going on. And it's how you feel inside. If the person wants to do it, it's pretty much how you feel inside. I don't know how a man feels if he has a smaller penis. I know I heard of guys getting those penis pumps. I guess maybe they had smaller penises and they were feeling self-conscious, so they did that. but the men are somewhat in the same boat, as some of the women who get the breast implants and the butt implants. But I can actually say with this surgery, it's it's being overdone, definitely. Now, as I was researching this on my timeline, oh my goodness. And I'm not even on Facebook researching anything. I'm on Google, I'm on other things. And you know how you go to your timeline and everything that you looked up and you talked about within earshot of your phone is now on your timeline. You should see all the doctors, surgeries for breasts, surgeries for butts, surgery for... I don't need none of that. Thank you very much. I am happy and I am secure in myself. I used to look down on a lot of surgeries, but when I was younger, I always was top heavy, as my mother would say. And I was top heavy like it, 11, 12 years old. So it was a lot on a 12-year-old girl to try to function playing kickball and all that. It was a lot, and it didn't grow with me or grow on me, I should say, until probably I got in my 20s, early 20s. And I'm like, yeah, I got the boobs, when I'm like in my early 20s. And so when I hear about women who say, oh no, I have a breast, and they look reasonable, not the big, Dolly Parton, but the ones that look reasonable, I couldn't even tell. I'm like, you really have them? Yeah. I had absolutely nothing. So some women actually feel that they looked like a boy and they got teased for being flat chested. And it's like, wow, because I can't say I got teased, but I felt awkward. If I was teased, I could fight. So probably couldn't remember being teased about that. But it was a little, uncomfortable, that I was so busty back then, and even my lips. I always had larger lips and I was always shamed for that. I know a lot of black girls were shamed for having the big lips, and or a bigger butt. And it's just amazing that everything that, black women went through. I'm going to say more because I know some very small, petite black women. Not all the women are just pow, pow, all the black women. Not all of them are. But the majority probably are. And to see people going out to get this, it's like, wow, you guys are getting stuff that I was made fun of all in junior high school about. I think the making fun probably stopped in high school, but most definitely junior high school. I guess because everyone's pretty much unsure of themselves. But it is what it is. Love yourself. I did a few videos on this and how people are just running under the knife when sometimes what you need to do is fix your inside before you start having surgery, because you're going to always need to get something fixed. You're going to always need to. If you were born with a big butt, not literally born with a big butt, but if it's yours, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. So it's kind of sad and tragic. Another thing is, when you get these surgeries, it's not like you can just get them one time. You have to go back. You have to keep this up. It used to be a time where you went back 10 years later, but no, now you have to go in sooner, like 4 to 5 years sooner, maybe even quicker than that. But you have to go back and you have to get the newest model or have to check on it to make sure it's not doing anything that it's not supposed to be doing to cause you some type of health issues. It's a lot. So it's not like a one-time fee. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes on. And it's one thing when you see, the celebrities doing this stuff, but when you go into like the Dollar General and you see somebody that you know has done that, and it's like, wow, okay, she's done that. She's done that. It's starting to get into, I would say, the regular world, the regular world. The celebrities do it, that's one thing. But when you see like the regular people doing it, it's like, wow. It's almost sad. It's almost sad. Well, you guys, I'm going to finish enjoying the rain, and I will be back with some more videos for you. Take care on this rainy Wednesday evening.